Hey guys, it's Dorka, and in this video I will be taking on the 1 hour comic challenge, which basically means that I have 1 hour to make a full comic using only this sheet of paper and a few basic drawing tools. So this challenge was created by Marsh Makes Comics, and you have to come up with everything from the story and characters all the way to the inking. I've attempted this before and failed, but it was a ton of fun, so I'm going to try it again. So I was just going to try and use the first 10 to 15 minutes to come up with the story and characters, but I also just jumped into doing the thumbnailing for each page. I decided the story would be about a thief who steals a jewel and runs from the police. Not gonna lie, the time limit does add extra pressure to work fast, but it also forced me to forget about being a perfectionist, which is why I really like this challenge, as well as seeing what other people created. It forces you to just dive in and make something instead of getting stuck in the planning phase. So you can see that the designs are pretty basic and sloppy, and I can't draw hoods to save my life, even though I like drawing characters who wear them. So I jumped into the thumbnailing right away because I wanted to spend more time on it, knowing that with the time limit, if I don't plan my pages somewhat ahead of time, it'll be harder for me to come up with something later when the time is running out even faster. At the same time, I had to remind myself to slow down and not panic because of the limited time. It also helps to have some boba tea on the side to keep you motivated. Or maybe the caffeine makes it worse. I don't know. I've heard that enough caffeine makes people's hands shake after a while. I went a little over time, about 15 minutes and 10 seconds, and I actually made the mistake of stopping the timer instead of hitting pause, so I had to kind of guess the time I was at before I stopped it. So I just roughed it out to about 44 minutes and 50 seconds. After that was done, I took a quick break to do some prep and fold the paper so it'd end up looking like a tiny booklet. After you fold it, you're supposed to cut a slit into the side, but I was too lazy to get up and get some scissors, so I just tore it along the crease, and I actually ended up tearing it a little bit too much. But once that's done, you just have to number each page and the front and back covers so you know where you're supposed to draw everything. And now that it's all ready, it's time to start drawing the actual pages. So with the timer set and about half my boba tea left, I just jumped right back into it. So I used my new Pigma pen for all the inking, and then I used my felt tip pen for the writing. I did try to use the felt tip pen for some of the inking, but it actually draws a thicker line than the Pigma, so I just switched back to that one. And another thing I realized about this challenge, which is pretty cool, is that you could use it to test out new art tools. I had just bought this Pigma pen in a pack, and I've only used it a little bit, even in my sketchbook. But now I'm really putting it to work and getting a feel for it. And the most challenging part is going light enough to get thin lines, but kind of getting the hang of it, so I'm having a lot of fun using it. Time's up. And time's up. I didn't finish. I still have the covers to do, and looking at it, I still have a few spots where I forgot to fill in the inking. But time's up. Didn't complete the challenge, but I'm gonna finish inking everything, and then I'll read through it. Okay, so here is a mini comic, Into the Night by Dorka. And you can see you've got the thief, the police officer, and the jewel on the front cover. Okay. The outlaw jewel. It's worth millions and glows bright. And it's all mine. And then here you've got the thief leaping across rooftops, making his great escape. I'm thinking I should go back and fill those buildings in all black. Maybe that'll give some more contrast, and it might just make it a little more interesting. And then here you can see that the jewel is glowing inside his pocket, or that's what it's supposed to look like at least. And he goes, huh? And sheen. And whoa, no way. Then here comes the police officer. Hey, did you see where the thief went? He went that way. Good work, officer. and then he runs off. Phew. And the thief ran off into the night. And then here's the back cover, which is just the officer looking for him, and he goes, grrr. And again, I think I should maybe color those buildings in all black or something. Okay, so this is the comic I made when I tried the 1 hour challenge the first time. And as you can see here, I actually made a mistake because this is supposed to be the front cover, but I ended up making it the very first page of the comic. So the story actually starts here. It's not easy to keep up the good fight. Boredom is always lurking. Eek! Procrastination is a deadly force to reckon with. And loneliness can seem like it's undefeated. And he cuts him in half and there's blood everywhere. And let's not forget their leader, self-doubt. The most powerful monster who never seems to die. But no matter how tired I get or how many beatings I have to take, I'll keep fighting because I know the rewards are worth it in the end. The end. And as you can see, there's no back cover here. Didn't draw one. Okay, and this is my second mini comic. I wasn't trying to do it in an hour. I just had a lot of fun making the first one that I just wanted to make another one. So this one took me probably like 5 hours or something to do because I went and colored and everything and all that stuff. But yeah, this one I just made for fun. But I'll show it to you. And it's called Comet Chaser. These days, comets equal cash. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's supposed to be the little guy chasing after the comet in the distance there, and he's on the moon. There are two rules in this business. 1, aim true, and 2, shoot fast. He fires his gun, and boom, blows up the comet. And then little pieces rain down from the sky. And yeah, there he is watching it. They glow as brightly as they can until the very end. It's kind of bittersweet, but at least I get to have a hot meal. And then here's the back cover where he gets to enjoy his noodles and takes off his helmet in outer space. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, so that's that one. So this one I put a lot more time into, and I really like it. I enjoyed making it. So that's the cool thing about this challenge is that it just gets you making stuff without being too precious with your ideas or how good your drawings turn out. But you might end up coming up with something that you really like later on. And that kind of happened with these two comics. And the main story I'm working on now is a mashup of these two. I'm going to call it Comet Chaser, so I went with the title because I liked it. And a lot of the elements are similar to what's in this mini comic. There's definitely several changes to it. And then my main character's design is very much based off of this first mini comic here on the left. It's just a little more cleaned up, sort of. I think this is a really fun challenge. I really enjoyed making these, and I'm excited with the new idea I'm working on. And these two are where it started. Okay. So here are all 3 of my comics. I'm going to take pictures and then put them on Instagram so you can see them more up close, because it's probably still kind of hard to read it even here on camera. But yeah, here they are. And thanks for watching, guys, and watching me do this challenge. And I will see you in the next video.